Welcome to Armored Warfare patch 0.12. This patch just came out today, December the 18th, and it brought a couple of very interesting changes and new things with it. The most prominent thing is probably the Type 59 tank, which everybody gets for free as long as they log in between December the 18th and January the 3rd, 2016. That is all you need to do, just log into Armored Warfare between today and January the 3rd, and you will be getting a new free Type 59 tank. This main battle tank is developed from the T-54, and apparently it's been very famous with older tank game players. Unfortunately, since I never played World of Tanks, never played War Thunder, I can't really speak about this too much, but the community appears to be rather excited, and the Type 59 comes with a very interesting camouflage pattern, sort of a mix between urban, desert, and forest camo. It looks pretty cool, and it should be interesting to drive. If you want to try yours out, just log into Armored Warfare before January the 3rd. Now for other changes, the patch 0.12 that came out today also included a new special edition of tanks. Similar to the Mercenary edition that was released on Black Friday, this time there are a couple of tanks with a new camo scheme and a few light changes, and of course level 5 crews all around. I have bought the entire pack and will be taking a look at those tanks a little more in detail later on in this video. Now for actual changes made in this patch, the first one is that there are now battle-hardened vehicles. Battle-hardened vehicles means that you can take one of your standard tanks, the ones that are not premium, the ones that you gain by earning reputation and spending the cash on them in the tech tree, and you can turn them into sort of premium light vehicles. Your credits gains while playing this vehicle will be increased by 25%, your crew experience gains will be increased by 25%, your commander experience by 25%, and you gain 10% more reputation on this vehicle. To unlock this, you need to first reach Renown status on this vehicle, go into the upgrade screen, and unlock the Battle Hardened node, which needs to be unlocked with gold. The gold amount needed to upgrade a vehicle from standard non-premium vehicle to premium light battle hardened is approximately half of what an equal tier premium vehicle would cost you, but of course you can pick which one you would like to convert to battle hardened. Now it should be noted that only vehicles above tier 3 are available to be upgraded to battle hardened status. The next change to 0.12 is to the camouflage system. Previously, movement, shooting and being on fire just instantly changed your camouflage rating by the allotted amount. Now the changes are gradual and incremental. For instance, previously if you were shooting with an autocannon, the first shot would change your camouflage rating to what it should be after you have just shot, and if you took the entire clip to shoot and shoot and shoot, the camo rating wouldn't change anymore because you were already at the maximum for having just shot. Now, however, the changes are incremental, as I said, and the more you shoot, the more your camo rating will suffer. This camo rating will go down again, of course, if you don't shoot for a certain amount of time, but it will go down even faster if you move between shots, which should make for a very interesting change. I cannot wait to see how that will change the tactics used on the battlefield. The next major change in patch 0.12 is made to the tank destroyer class. Previously, when you were driving a tank destroyer and you let your gun aim fully, you did additional damage to your enemy. This has changed now. There is no longer any additional bonus damage. Instead, tank destroyers get a new ability called gun suppression, which greatly reduces the camouflage penalty from all shots while the ability is active. Players must be stationary for 2 seconds before the gun suppression ability is available for use. Once active, a timer appears and starts to count down. Players must fire a shot before the timer expires, or the ability is disabled. If the player fires a shot, then the timer resets, and the player must fire again before the timer runs out. In total, a player is able to do this for 3 shots. The ability is only usable while stationary and will turn off if the player moves while the ability is active. Once the ability turns off, it goes on a cooldown for 60 seconds, regardless of how many shots have been fired. Now this should really change the way you handle your tank destroyers. I can't wait to jump into my Jalo S and try this out. The next huge changes made in this patch 0.12 were made to the PvE missions. First of all, there are 3 new PvE missions: Operation Hydra, Sapphire and Starry Night. The screenshots for all 3 of them look absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to jump into them. But the most significant thing in this entire patch for me is the changes to the encounter system. Now, all PvE maps were reworked to improve the variety and randomness of spawn locations. Also, this should eliminate many cases where players had AI vehicles suddenly spawning on top of them, which is wonderful. Just in the last match I played today, I had two tanks spawning pretty much right next to my bumper. One of them was spawning right behind me, with his front turned right towards me. So I absolutely love this patch. There have also been a few miscellaneous changes, like a new inventory screen, which is a placeholder for the currently work in progress inventory system, loot system, and also you can store your boosts there until you actually want to activate them, which is a welcome change indeed. Because the last time I got a very significant boost, I can't even remember what for, um, I wasted pretty much half of it because due to work I was unable to log in for most of the time. Also, crew voices have now been localized, and there are New Year's decorations in your garage, and you can share your statistics now. There are also more decals added for your tanks, usual patch note stuff. But the very interesting thing that is still unaccounted for in this patch are the ice tanks, which I will be taking a look at now. Alright, and here we are in our redesigned garage, and I have to say it looks quite festive. I really like the light coming from the outside. It looks nice and wintry and ice cold. The decorations are a nice touch, and there are little presents for all the boys and girls, including what appears to be a model airplane. Beautiful. Alright, skipping right over that, let's take a look at the new decals that are available in this patch. There's a couple new ones, a helmet, tridents, and a couple of weapons. Some flags, I guess, crests they're called, alright. Double-digit numbers in black and in white, alright. The NATO alphabet, it appears to be. There we are. And these are all old ones. Are they no new country flags? There don't appear to be. I believe a couple of these animals may be new, but I am disappointed with the lack of new country flags, because being from Austria, I don't want the German flag, and none of the others fit either. Of course, I have my standard loadout of one Frankenstein in the left-hand slot, and one beta tester in the right-hand slot. Camos are still not unlocked, which is a shame. I would have liked to customize my vehicles a bit, but alright, less money to spend, I guess. The next big thing is the inventory. So if you open your active boosts, there are none currently available for me. But if I open the inventory, which is a new button, there's a new boost which I got from buying the ice pack. Now, talking about the ice tanks, there's the first one at tier 3, the Object 430. I do have the original 430, so we can compare the two. So, they do have the same gun, and the same bits and bobs all around the hull of the tank and on the turret. The log at the back is still unpainted. Looks a little bit more off on the Ice Edition tank, I would say, than on the Standard Edition tank, but personally I think it looks quite alright. I'm not such a big fan of the red stripe all around the turret. It looks kind of like a gift-wrapped bow, but alright, I can see this working quite nicely on the snowier maps that Armored Warfare has available. Taking a look at the stats here, there's the standard 430, which is a premium vehicle, so there are no upgrades for this tank. There you are. And the 430 IS is, interestingly, a little weaker than my 430, possibly because I don't have the retrofit, the advanced thermal sleeve, active yet on my 430. The reload time is slower. The accuracy spread is a little better, however. The targeting time is worse. Oh, this might also be because I have not yet upgraded my crew. Because on the ice tanks, just like on the Mercenary Edition tanks before them, you can immediately jump in with level 5 crew skills. All of your crews are automatically trained and can gain 2 skills. On the normal Object 430, you only have the standard crews, and I am not yet at level 5, so each of them only has one skill. Let's do it live, guys. Let's upgrade this with a... do I want to go for the advanced thermal sleeve? Let me just... I don't know. Maybe... No. No, I'm going for the advanced thermal sleeve so I can directly compare it to the normal Object 430. Right, let's accept this. Let's add my consumables. I always add spare parts, a medical kit, an auto extinguisher, and the PvE kit. I don't really mess about with these here. They cost too much money for what they're worth, and money is a rare commodity in armored warfare, at least for me. Going over to the commander, I'm going to use the same one as I do on the normal 430, which is Kirsanov. There we are. And I'm going to use the same crew skills, that is smooth ride, quick draw, and rapid fire. There we go, smooth ride for my first skill, quick draw, rapid fire. And I'm also going to pick, let's see here, I'm going to spin to win. Let's see what else. Shoot from the hip most likely. Yeah, shoot from the hip. And also, let's see, module damage, ammo rack hit points. No, I've never really been ammo racked in armored warfare, so I'm going to go with the preparation armor swap skill. Alright, let's compare these stats once more. And there we are, the ice has actually caught up and does now do more damage per minute than the Object 430 non-ice edition. So let's see what else is new. The turret traverse is still a little better, the reload time is better, the accuracy spread is actually shifted in favor of the ice tank, and the targeting time is also better now. Wonderful, just like the Mercenary editions, these tanks seem to be quite powerful. If you compare the Mercenary edition vehicle to the... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having a connection problem. And here we are back in Armored Warfare. I'm sorry, I lost connection for a moment there, probably because of the big patch the servers are acting up. I was just about to take a look at the Mercenary Edition vehicles compared to the standard vehicles. There we are, the LAV 15090 and the Mercenary Edition equivalent. Also, some significant changes, not very huge, but very interesting, very beneficial. The Mercenary Editions are also highly recommended. Now, looking at the next Ice Edition tank, the OF40. Quite a beautiful tank. Unfortunately, since the OF40 is a Wolfly vehicle, I do not have the non-Ice edition of this tank at the moment. But let's open the details anyway and compare the two. There we are. Once again, the Ice edition is just superior, even though it's not upgraded, because the standard OF40 is also not upgraded, but the Ice edition vehicles do have all the upgrades, the ones that are not retrofits, the ones that are not crew skills, but the ones you can find in the upgrade screen. As you can see here, the Ice edition vehicles cannot be upgraded further, they are what you see is what you get, while the standard OF40, which you can find in Wolfly's tech tree, can still be upgraded. So, as you can see here, if you were to pick the best upgrade in every category, that would be the ones you also get in the OF40 Ice edition. Alright, switching over to the next one. The next Ice edition tank is the M60A3. Beautifully done. I really dig the way the explosive reactive armor plating works with the new camouflage system. Looks really cool, and this ice bear decal here, this is just nice. I really like this tank. I am not going to look at the stats too closely because we already know that the Ice editions, just like the Mercenary editions before them, are always the best possible version of a tank. So if you were to pick the normal tank, the M60A3 is, I believe, also a Wolfly vehicle. Let me just see for a second here. Yep, there we are. If you were to take this, compare it to this, the ice tank is always going to be better, but it'll always be the same as it would be if you fully upgraded the stock tank, with just a tiny little bit of a bonus for this being a premium vehicle. As also, of course, there is the bonus of you having a tier 5 tank crew, level 5 tank crew right off the bat. So, let's go over to the next one. T-72, another beautiful vehicle. I'm not sure if the standard T-72 also has these little hooks at the rear. Let me just switch over here. T-72, oh sorry, that might actually be in Shishkins. There we are, T-72A, I believe. Let me just... T-72 and T-72A. You know, I find myself uncertain, of course, all of a sudden. Yeah, they are the same tank. I am sorry, just had a little blackout there. Okay, so that's nice. The Leo A2V, beautiful tank. I really dig this. Alright, the bear decal again. Yes, this is wonderful. Okay, this is the last of the Ice Edition tanks. Now, all of the Ice Edition tanks feature this unique look with the nice camo pattern, and they come with tier 5 crews. They have premium status. Their modules are fully upgraded. You can basically buy power compared to somebody who has never spent any time in armored warfare, but compared to somebody who has already upgraded his tanks fully, it's really not that big of a deal. The differences are absolutely minuscule. Alright, so let's take a look at the specific tanks again. The Object 430 IS, where is it? There we are. The Object 430 IS edition can be bought for 4.2 euros or 4.63 United States dollars. The OF40 IS edition here is available for 4 euros 55 or 5 US dollars, and the M60A3 will set you back 6.82 euros or $7.5. The T72 here is 6.82 or 7.5 US dollars once again, which makes sense, they are the same tier. And the Leopard, where is the Leopard? There we are, 2AV will cost you 14.77 euros or 16.25 US dollars. You can also buy the entire pack for 37.16 euros or 40.88 US dollars. And the most remarkable thing, I think, is that the Mercenary Edition vehicles, which are not normally available anymore, I believe, can also be bought together with all the Ice Edition vehicles and the Collector's Edition vehicles, the Typhoon 2 and the RDF LT, in the Big Guns bundle, which will be only available from the 22nd of February, 22nd of December to the 28th of December for 89 euros or 99 US dollars. Furthermore, there have been a few changes to the UI, specifically when you click on Mission. There you are. You can see that the mission select items are now a lot smaller, a lot sleeker looking, and I believe they are no longer capable of blocking each other's paths. Previously, if you picked two missions that were close together, the one of them had this, the one you clicked on had this little label popping up, and it could shove itself before the other icons, so you couldn't select that mission. Let's see if anything changed here. No, still just daily contracts and tutorials. Okay, the upgrade screen, as we have already previously seen, is still the same, and if you are interested in that sort of thing, the dealer screens are also the same. Tier 10s are still not available, which is a pity, because the PL01 is the one tank I am absolutely looking forward to. It's just such a beautiful machine. Alright, what else do we have here? The base is now also Christmas themed, with a little bit of snow here in the corner and the Christmassy lighting, and as you can see, the border of the screen is freezing over. This is quite nice, I like this. Let's take a look at some of the buildings in more detail. The airport is still the same, command center is still the same, the helipad is still the same. Oh, this is disappointing. I was really hoping there would be some Christmassy kind of decorations going on there as well, but I guess since people don't usually hang out in their bases as much as they might. Oh, there's new raw materials. I'm almost ready to upgrade my garage to tier 3. Wonderful. Since people don't really hang out in the base that often, I see why they wouldn't have gone through all the effort. Alright, I'm going to jump into one of these matches, and if I can get into one of the new contracts. For the moment, Scorpio and Banshee, they are old contracts, I don't want to do those. Let's see if I can actually manage to get into something that is a little more exciting. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Type 59 Legend, the new tank everybody who logs in before January the 3rd gets as a present for free. Let's zoom in here for a second. It has a decal, which what appears to be a Chinese character. The camo, as I have said before, is sort of a mix between the deserty tones, the foresty tones, and the black of maybe an urban tank, like the Mercenary Edition vehicles over here. And yes, it's quite a beautiful tank. The turret is super sloped, that is quite nice. But I'm concerned that maybe this bar of metal here might work as a shell catch. We'll have to wait and see that. Let's take a look at the stats for a second here. Alright, let's compare this to a different tier 3 main battle tank, like the T62, or the tier 62 veteran as the case happens to be. No. Yeah, let's go for the T62 veteran. This is another tank that you got for free if you logged in during a specific time. I believe it was in commemoration of Veterans Day. So I have never actually played this. I have played the T62 quite extensively, so it's better to type it to the compared T62 veteran, because just like the Type 59, it is entirely unupgraded. However, unlike the T62 vet, the Type 59 comes with fully upgraded tier 5 crews, once again, just like the ice tanks. Alright, I don't have any crew skills picked yet, so the comparison is still valid. So, looking at the T62 veteran. The armor of the Type 59 Legend is significantly better. They are both steel armored, but the hull of the Type 59 is 135mm at the front, 100 at the sides, and 60 at the rear, while the hull armor of the veteran T62 is only 102 at the front, so that's 33 less, 79 at the sides, and 46 at the rear. The turret of the Type 59 Legend, however, is a little weaker at the front with 240mm, while the T62 has 242, but 2mm of armor is rarely ever going to save you. Plus, like I said before, the Type 59 has this very nicely sloped turret, while the T62 has a very, I'm going to say, very uniformly shaped turret. Let's see how they fare in battle actually, but the the hull of both of these tanks seems extremely similar. Would be interesting to jump into a test match, but unfortunately I lack that capability. The Type 59 Legend, however, has a slightly weaker gun than the veteran T62. It has only 223 damage and 195mm of penetration versus the T62's 281 damage and 210mm of penetration. But the reload speed is a little better on the Type 59, 7.6 seconds versus the 8.93 seconds of the T62, making for a just very slightly diminished damage per minute rating of 1760 versus 1888. The mobility is the same in the max speed department, 50.4 kilometers per hour for both of these tanks, but the Type 59 Legend is just slightly quicker to accelerate, 9 seconds to get to 32 kilometers instead of 9.75. The accuracy spread of the Type 59, however, is better. From 0.12 on the Type 59, you jump up to 0.15 in the T62, and the targeting time is also improved, 3.09 instead of 3.43. The turret traverse, however, is catastrophic at 23.43 degrees per second versus the 40.8 of the T62. That is just unacceptable. I don't know. Okay, it comes with 2 retrofit slots unlocked on stock. The T62 comes with 2 retrofit slots if you upgrade it. But interestingly, the Type 59 comes with an armor retrofit slot and a universal retrofit slot. The T62 comes with a universal and a firepower retrofit slot. This makes sense because the Type 59 seems to be more on the defensive side of things, while the T62 is a little bit better in the offensive. Overall, I would choose the T62 10 times out of 10, but of course the Type 59 is not a bad tank. It has its advantages. I uh, really kind of enjoy that the hull is a little thicker uh, from the front, side and rear, but it's not my kind of tank, sorry. Alright, and there we are. In the time it took me to fully upgrade all of my ICE main battle tanks, because in the meantime I have noticed, which I totally slipped my mind before, that all of the ICE edition vehicles are main battle tanks, and as you can see, they were not cheap to upgrade. I spent almost just a little over 2.5 million credits upgrading them, and I didn't always pick Mark II upgrades, retrofits, when I could have, but in the time it took me to do that, the contracts refreshed and I was able to pick between two different new maps. Sapphire, allies in the area are suffering from a critical shortage of ammunition. The NPAA has taken over a nearby weapons factory. And Starry Night, the Lions of Necriel are trying to capture the town. If they can't occupy it, they'll see to it that no one can, and no one will want to stop them before they destroy the town and its livelihood. I haven't played any of these, of course. This is the first time I've logged in since the new patch came out. And I am driving the Leopard A2V, a tank that I'm absolutely not familiar with, plus I'm not the world's best main battle tank driver, so I am just going to go for the medium difficulty contract, if it's alright with you. Let's see Starry Night. Alright, this is our first glimpse at new Operation Starry Night. So we're going to have to defend 3 primary objectives and destroy 3 enemy oil trucks. Nothing too surprising here. Let's take a look around. There's my teammates, and over there's another couple. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, a city map, of course. This might be interesting. Alright, let's hope the light tank is going to go for the secondary objective, and since nobody has any idea where to go, this might be interesting. Alright, there are our first enemies popping up. Let me go ahead, because I am heavily armored and a main battle tank. Let's see. There's the first of them. Can I get him? Can I get him? Ah, I got him. Oh, and Terminator. No, a Ramka 99. Is that not the Terminator? I believe that to be the Terminator. Ah, this is beautiful. I should have swapped my ammunition loadout. I was actually quite surprised to find a new map so quickly, and wasn't fully prepared. I should have. Okay, that's no matter. I'm going to win this, even though I keep messing up my ammunition choice. Alright, so let's see. Can I get this guy? I can. This map is so far really fun. There we are. The city maps are quite nice for main battle tanks because they offer a lot of corners around which to work your way. And of course this confined area here is just a whole lot of fun. It's a shooting gallery. I'm not exactly certain how easy or hard the other points are going to be, but this point is just great fun. Alright, this might be the first time we actually get shot at. Unless we kill this guy before he can. See, incoming damage, nothing yet, and 2000 damage done. This is turning out quite well. Let's ping here, so somebody in a fast tank knows to get the secondary objective for once. And switch over to shape charge ammunition, because probably the next thing we see is going to be a light tank again. They are always the first on the line because they move the fastest. Alright, so this... Where is the next objective? Over there to the north. Alright. From what I can see here, looks like a much more wide open area, so this is good. This map offers a lot of variety, and it's really quite beautiful, I think you have to admit. Alright. Oh, that could have hurt my tracks. I seem to be fine, but our base is being taken, so let's hoof it. Alright, first enemy sighted, and cap reset. Wonderful. I'm just going to camp here. These are all light tanks, and they seem to have taken a liking to me, which is good. They might not be able to kill my friendlies. I hate Terminators. So the Ramka is not the Terminator. Interesting. As you can see, I have not paid any attention whatsoever to Wolfley's vehicles before, even though I have been killing them all the time. Since I only play... Oh god, artillery. I hate artillery. Because I only play Shishkin's vehicles myself, I seem to have missed out on a couple of models. Ah, wonderful. Cap reset at the last possible second. No effect? Yeah, of course it doesn't. Let me just switch over to armor piercing. Alright. 409 damage done so far, all from high explosive. 3000 damage done. The second... Oh god, I hate artillery. Let's see where they are. One's over there. One's over there. Okay, I'm heading for the hills. You guys can follow me or not as you wish. I should really turn to my side, because somebody is shooting at me. Alright, let's give the artillery a few more minutes to live. And take care of this. Wonderful. Somebody already did it for me. I really like the striking white, black and red camouflage of these ice tanks. Really beautiful. Alright. Artillery is not going to be heavily armored, so I'm switching over to high explosive. This Begleitpanzer won't have anything to say against that either. Okay, he died before I could even get the shot off. That's the aim time of a main battle tank for you, even though my aim time is improved due to my crew skills and retrofits. Now, any moment now, I should be able to see the artillery up ahead. At least I certainly hope so. And there we are, beautiful to the side. Target destroyed. This is how it should be. Alright, but we know there is at least one more over here. Beautiful. The last capture point is right behind me, so I can afford to take a little detour here and get this artillery. Okay, I damaged his engine. He's not going to run from me anytime soon, but there's a Begleitpanzer on the side. Yeah, wonderful. One of my teammates finished off the artillery. I can take care of the lights over here. I'm going to switch it over to shaped charge ammunition and keep my front turned towards the enemy. Trying to move a little so as to not give them a stationary target so they can't shoot at my weak spots. Wonderful. Let's see what is approaching. A Stingray from the north. I'm going to keep the shaped charge ammunition in here. I have taken the preparation skill so I can switch my ammunition, I think, 20% faster than I otherwise could. But my reload is still not fast enough to beat those of my teammates. Somebody just bounced, and there's another artillery. I hate artillery. I love shooting artillery. So this worked out fine. Let's see. This guy is dead. What else is alive? This Stingray, and I got him. That's 7 kills for me. A total of 5,500 damage done. Only took 726 myself. This is working out quite well. Let's see. Can I get this guy? Yes, but he's not dead. 3 damage remaining. 3 points there, rather. Alright, VFM Mark V. I love the VMX Mark V and I'm playing it. This side and rear armor are not spectacular. I think I may be able to flank him if I go around here. So let's go for high explosive. I don't have a lot of shape charge ammunition left because, like I said before, I didn't change my ammo loadout. Okay, this guy is dead. Let's see what else is approaching. And there's another VMF Mark V. Got him. 3 damage done. Alright, over 6,000 damage done now. 8 kills. This is looking good. Let's see. There's a Leopard A2A5 over there. Maybe I should be able to meet him on the open field. Spot for my team. Maybe take a hit to the front, see how my armor holds up. This is, of course, a test battle. Not just for the new map, which I still think looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Just take it in for a second here, alright? Not just for this new map, but also for this new tank, new for me, of course. Oh, that's not the front of my tank that I'm presenting, but now I am. Let's take a look. No obvious weak spots. I should be able to penetrate there, alright. Let's keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Come on, reload, reload. Go for his gun. Didn't kill it. But it is damaged, alright. Another one into the gun. Module destroyed. Wonderful. That should give me the time I need to... Oh, and we have won. We have already won. First match on this map and a victory. Oh, this is lovely. The helicopters are coming to put out the fires. Alright, let's take a look at the battle results screen, shall we? And what a result it is! 4 awards: the Blue Star, the Shooter, the Target, which finally has a fixed description, and Teamwork because no friendly losses were incurred. Alright, let's take a look. 2211 unmodified reputation. This is brilliant. 12,604 reputation in total, plus almost nearly 200,000 in cash. This is wonderful. Let's take a look at the stats in detail. 25 shots landed on target. Yes, the accuracy and targeting time isn't too bad. 0.1, 2.37. There we are. 6,000 damage done. Let's take a look at protection. Potential damage mitigated 2,611. 1,295 ricochets, 1,319 non-penetrating hits. Wonderful. Damage mitigation radio of 2.59, which isn't too shabby at all. This is approximately equivalent to what I usually do on my MBT70 when I'm playing it. Alright, I think that's it for today. I'm going to not spoil the other maps for you. I absolutely recommend the ice tanks if you just want to get a lot of power in a fairly priced package. If you wait just a little longer until the 22nd of December, you can get the Big Guns bundle with the ice vehicles and the Merc Edition vehicles and the pre-order edition vehicles. If you don't have any of them yet, I highly recommend them. They are all a lot of fun, except for the Typhoon 2, a unturreted tank destroyer, which absolutely blows chunks. But that's just my opinion. Alright, until next time, 07 to you out there.